This is Paul for Redneck Sports. I believe that everybody should win in life, or at least attempt to. The first three maxims of General Robert Neyland's game maxims, I believe apply to everybody. The team that makes the fewest mistakes will win. Play for and make the breaks. When one comes your way, score. If at first the game or the breaks go against you, don't let up. Put on more steam. Welcome to the channel. Now let's discuss some sports. Like, subscribe, comment. Show what your opinion is. Let me know if you like what you've seen. And I thank you for your support. Everybody's talking about what happened to Caitlin Clark in that game when Kennedy Carter basically assaulted her. So, I've said before that Caitlin Clark is having a Wilt Chamberlain moment for the WNBA. This isn't a Jordan moment. Go back. This is a Wilt Chamberlain moment. Look over the history of the NBA, and she's got a situation in which she's got a person that is really good that came just before her, that is somewhat heralded, no name, but is not at her level of being known, which is Sabrina Ionescu. And Caitlin Clark is Wilt Chamberlain to Ionescu's Bill Russell. The problem is that anybody that watches sports, unless you're watching a specifically fight-oriented sport, such as boxing, hockey, any of those sports, you don't expect what is happening to Caitlin Clark right now. But that's the thing. The WNBA is acting just like what the NBA was when Wilt Chamberlain and Bill Russell were in the league. The violence is still there. Why do you think the Bad Boy Pistons were allowed even in the 80s? Think about that for a second. Now, is that violence necessary? No, the WNBA should understand that they should not. There should be some hazing. There's always going to be some hazing. That's not that big of a deal. That is life. But what is happening to Caitlin Clark is, A, her teammates are not looking out for her. Seriously. Yeah, they're playing the game with her and everything, and they're liking the added bonuses of her being in the league, but they're not paying attention to her. They're not guarding her back. This is their meal ticket, and they don't understand it. Caitlin Clark is, if you look at the trajectory, if you look at the history of the NBA, Ionescu comes into the league, she's making a name, she's being a solid person right there. That is the Bill Russell. Now, I'm not saying that she's going to win all the championships that Russell did, but she started bringing some of the notice, which Bill Russell did. Ionescu is a solid player who understands what it needs to be done to get the WNBA to be noticed. That's just what Bill Russell did. Bill Russell understood that for the NBA to get noticed, somebody had to start winning in a strong fashion. He gets on the court and he becomes not a point center. He becomes a court general. Well, Sabrina Ionescu knows that she's a good player, and she's showing what she can do, but she's pushing it beyond those limits. She challenged Steph Curry, which is a good thing, in my opinion. This wasn't negative news, this was good news. Well, Caitlin Clark is coming in, just like Wilt Chamberlain came in. And she's bringing people in that weren't paying attention to it before. But the WNBA players, unlike what happened with Wilt, are acting jealous. They're going after her, thinking, well, why is this person that's so completely different from us being given all of this good treatment? Why is she being noticed? Well, here's the thing that they're not understanding. Just like Chamberlain, there was also the issue of Jordan. And it's gotten to a point where there needs to be some understanding of the history. So let me let you hear a clip from Isaiah Thomas real quick.
What Michael Jordan did for the NBA, hey man, we all still eating off of that. At that time, being president of the Players Association, we was getting 53% of the gross. Well, no basketball-related income. See, we weren't good at counting. Yeah. So every dollar that came in, we got 53 cents on every dollar. And Michael Jordan was good for business. Yeah. He was great for business. And what Michael Jordan did for the NBA and all league, he took it to a level that none of us could. We appreciate him for that. We honor him for that. Still getting paid off of that.
See, here's something that they don't understand in the WNBA. All of these players who keep talking trash to her, that do the things that Kennedy Carter did. She's a meal ticket. I hate to put it that way, but you're talking, she is raising the attendance of the games, which brings in money, ladies and gentlemen. She's selling sports gear, which is bringing more notice to the games, which is causing you to get people to go, hey, we want to see these games. We can't go to the games, so that means that the TV stations that are out there are going to be going, we need to pay to get the privilege of broadcasting these games. It's already been seen with the Fever. This is money that's coming into a league that has never made a profit. Seriously. The Indiana Fever should be protecting her. I know that the coach has been sending fouls that have been uncalled and are uncalled for to the league. But if the WNBA is going to act like they have no qualms whatsoever of this happening, then okay, fine. If there's going to be violence, then perhaps, because Caitlin Clark is no Wilt Chamberlain when it comes to size, perhaps she needs a Bill Laimbeer. Seriously. I hate putting it that way. She needs an enforcer. She needs somebody who is going to have her back. Nobody seems to have her back right now. I mean, yeah, the coach does, but we're talking on the court. There needs to be somebody that is sitting there going, okay, fine. If you hit her, well, Bill Laimbeer gave us a blueprint of what we should do. Look, do I think that Caitlin Clark will overall change everything about the WNBA? No. I think she's a good step. I also think that Sabrina Ionescu was a good step. I love Candace Parker. I am a University of Tennessee fan. I love Candace Parker. I really do. But she wasn't that spark. Sabrina Ionescu was a little bit of a spark. But Caitlin Clark, she's a cigarette lighter that's popped. And how long she burns is up to not just the front office of the WNBA, who's already proven that they don't know how to run a league. It's also up to the WNBA players. Are you going to keep trying to hurt this girl who has a chance of getting you notice? Now, I was watching the WNBA off and on through the years. Candace Parker was playing. As somebody who adored Pathead Summit and loved what Candace Parker did at University of Tennessee, of course I watched a few WNBA games. Not that much. But you've got what I loved in Candace Parker on a national level now. It wasn't just Iowa fans that were watching Caitlin Clark. It wasn't just Big Ten fans that were watching Caitlin Clark. It was the entire nation. She was making national headlines. So explain to me why the WNBA players are sitting there going, oh, she's nothing. Why are you continuing to act like you were some kind of big deal? Okay, you were the best players of women's basketball here in America, but you weren't anywhere savvy enough to turn it into a profitable game. They've already said, people were talking about, oh, profit sharing. Then that means that each NBA player owed $83,000 to the league. Not that they were going to get any money. No, they were going to lose money by profit sharing. Now, Cameron Brink, I love watching her. I love what she's doing, and she's doing it quieter. And I believe she's an amazing talent that isn't getting tapped into the sports scene. This is Steph Curry's god sister, I guess is what they're saying. And she's out there every night working her tail end off, showing what talent is. People are paying attention to Angel Reese, but it's neither one of them are quite to that level of Caitlin Clark. Now, do I think that Angel Reese can get to that level? Yes. She has a mentor. She has a mentor and a half in Shaquille O'Neal. She's got a chance of doing something. She has already been working towards it. Now, what she did when Carter did what she did, that should not have happened. And, okay, fine, you're supporting a team member, but even Shaq probably should have told her, don't. Cameron Brink, I think, is trying to do it the quiet way. And she may not have the marketing savvy that Caitlin Clark has proven to have. And don't get me wrong, I like Cameron Brink. I think that she'll be a good, long-lasting player. But currently, the name that is getting people in the seats is Caitlin Clark. Pay attention to that, WNBA, and you'll stop having people making the videos that you are currently having them make. This is Paul with Redneck Sports. Y'all have a good day now.